Hello, Divine Souls, and welcome to a timeless collective general message for my YouTube collective. To open the space and to cleanse the space, I just want to burn some Palo Santo to assist with bringing in the positive energies, the good vibes that will assist with this reading today. And of course, to call in the Mother, the Father, the Most High, and the Source within us that resides within all, to assist with the insights, the clarity, the confirmation, illumination, however it may need to be brought through my channel and vessel today, for those who are open to receiving from my perspectives, my ability to pull through the energy that they may need to hear or receive to assist along their path and journey, as always for their highest good and nothing but their highest good, towards their highest path and their highest desired reality. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ashe. Beautiful. Now that that's been done, let's get into the reading. I've got my Light Seer Tarot deck today, and because this is a general message, it may not fully resonate with you, but do take what does and leave behind whatever does not for the next person who may need to receive. And just as a reminder that my communication of the energy in which I am bringing through may be of a higher sense of communication, simply because I can pull through the energy behind the cards, not just the symbolism, but I do use that hand in hand to pull through the messages that you may need to receive. So let's have a look and just keep an open mind as always to receive what is for you today. What does Spirit want my collective receiving this message to know? Okay, what does the collective need to know today that is receiving this message? Beautiful. Alrighty, one more card, please, Spirit. Straight up. Beautiful. Want it to come out nice and fast and quick. Let's get into it, shall we? We have the Four of Swords on the crown and third eye. We have the 10 of Cups on the throat and heart chakra. We have the Four of Pentacles on the solar plexus and sacral chakra. We have the Hierophant on the root chakra. Okay. Beautiful. Let's get into the detailed messages. So, Four of Swords. It feels like at this time you're really needing to start to find a sense of stillness within your mind. It feels like there may have been a lot of chaos and chaotic energies, or scattered energies that have been arising within your mind and your ability to see through things that may be arising. Now, it isn't always simple in the way in which that you can move through this, but that is why there is rest that is required within this, and there is a sense of needing to retreat, but not because you're giving up, not because you can't do this, not because you don't have strength, but because being able to know when it is time for you to pull back your energy and really revisit what it is that you need to recharge in, the easier it will be for you to understand how to navigate these things that are surfacing for you. And it isn't always clear as to what this is straight away, especially when you're experiencing them firsthand in the experience that is occurring. But at times you need to understand that all will be revealed as it needs to be. And that is a sense of knowing that if you feel like you need to take a break and you need to pause or you need to rest, listen to your body, listen to your mind, listen to what it is that it is trying to tell you at this time, because there is a sense of needing to understand that if you don't recoup, if you don't regenerate your own energy, you're only going to continue stretching yourself thin until you have a point where you may fall apart, and not in a sense that, it's more of a breakdown kind of energy. Like you'll just have a momentous amount of things that will just come to the surface, and because you didn't give it the space to simply move through you, it just kind of explodes. And that's where you want to be able to access this ability to truly slow down before that kind of happens. It may still happen, but it's a sense of knowing how to really adjust your energy so that you're not getting caught up in that type of experience, and that you can also navigate it with more of an open mind and a sense of peace than getting overwhelmed with the chaos in which may be occurring within this experience. And that is to say that if you can truly find the ability to heal, to recharge, to be within your own energy and find stillness, the more that you can actually allow these things that are surfacing to simply pass through you and for it to pass as it needs to. Because if you don't give it a space, then it's only going to feel more tumultuous to actually be present in your experience. And most of the time this shows up in your body, in tension, or just in your mind as the main energy. This is sitting on your crown and third eye, where maybe you're just having a lot of tension in your head and you're not sure what's going on, and it's causing a lot of strife within your ability to see through what it is you need to. So access your ability to slow down in your mind and process things as you need to, in the way that will help you the most, whichever modality that you feel is going to suit you the best. Some people use meditation, some people use journaling, some people use the ability to talk it through. It is genuinely however you feel is going to actually assist you in being able to really take time to move through this in your own way and find your own peace within it, even though it may not always feel as easy to do so. Because ultimately, the more that you give yourself this opportunity to actually, reflect and go within and allow that process to occur, the 10 of Cups is something that seems to be prevalent within your throat and heart chakra that you are moving towards. And this is a really positive energy. So it does feel like whatever you're clearing through that you've had to slow down for is because on the other side of that, on the other, I guess when you move through it, when you've finally been able to tackle these situations of the chaos and the scattered energy, there is an ability to start realigning with the frequency of your blessings and manifestations that you truly feel emotionally called towards. And this is the beauty of it, is that we may experience storms, we may experience a lot of things that are just not, what we want to experience, and you may feel that right now. But you have to understand that there is a purpose that you needed to move through this. And usually it's to create the space for you to actually have these beautiful energies of emotional fulfillment come in for you, especially with the fact that it's on your throat and heart chakra, because your throat and heart is where you express yourself. It's where you actually allow yourself to be your truest self if you wish to be and if you are prepared to be. It does feel like from this energy you are very much in that stage of knowing how to access that aspect of yourself that is true and genuine. So really, I can barely speak today, really adjust and allow yourself to move through these things that have been coming up, because ultimately when you do, the clearer you'll have the clearer your mind will be to actually get to this idea of what you truly desire emotionally, and what will actually bring you a sense of emotional fulfillment that makes you feel happy, that makes you feel joy, that makes you feel like you're eager to keep going with whatever it is that you're moving towards. And that is so important when it comes to your heart and your throat, because it is your self-expression that ultimately will guide you to that, and how you understand yourself and how you trust within what it is that you feel is right for you. Not getting caught up in what's right for other people or what you see other people doing, but really what is the 10 of Cups for you? What is that, that real big manifestation of where you want to see yourself in? When you can see that, when you can visualize that, the more you're going to actually be able to make the pathway towards that, but also simply flow towards that as you need to. And trusting your intuition to help you guide you towards that, because you'll be expressing yourself through your heart, which your heart is very much the core of who you are. So it will help you find that you are tapping into your emotional stability to actually gain this fulfillment that you've been wanting to feel. And it will all happen in all due time, but it also requires the work of you being able to be patient and to be able to find the peace within the moment, in the present now, so that you can continue having the desire to move into this reality in which you truly want for yourself. And there is a sense on your solar plexus and sacral chakra where, this reality in which you're wanting to embark on towards and to really exist in does require you as well to understand that there are many things that maybe you have felt very attached to from the past, mainly physically. And what that means, that could be people, that could be things that you've created in the physical, or even just a job that you've had, or even just projects that you've created. There is a sense of really evaluating what is it at this time that maybe you're holding on to that you don't need to anymore. And that's going to help you realize that the more that you clear space, as I said, from your mind, it will also help you clear space from your ability of what it is that you have in your physical reality. So this kind of message is really asking you to reflect on letting go of the things that don't need to be within your mind and within your head anymore, and what it is that you're seeing that is not serving you, but also in your physical reality, because internally when you clear things out, you make room within your internal self, but you also need to make room on the external to reflect that just as much. So if you can acknowledge what it is that you are holding on to a little too tightly that may not actually be serving you. Of course, if you feel it is for you and that it is right and that it is something that you want to keep with you in the sense of it's actually going to support your path and journey, you'll know that. You'll know by using your discernment. You don't have to think that I'm talking about everything that you have in your life, but really start to get to the point of focusing on the things that you really want to use to get to your 10 of Cups energy. Because your heart will lead you there, but you also need to let go of the attachments that aren't going to help you get there, so that you can really allow that to be the reason why you get where you want to be, without holding on to the things that you think you need now that may be keeping you stuck in a cycle that is not serving you. And it is a sense of this simply being a part of the fact that a lot of time when you grow up and your inner child has these tendencies and patterns, you have a lot of things that you create attachments to, right? Whether that be finances, whether that be, like I said, relationships and connections, or whether that be, the ability to be a version of yourself as well that you feel that you can't let go of. That maybe you do need to slowly release and alter and adjust so that you can become the version of you that is ready to receive the 10 of Cups. Yeah. And as I said, you'll know by using your intuition and evaluating this for yourself. It is simply my job as a messenger here, as a soul guide, to help you see if there are things that you may need to reflect on that can potentially be released when the time is right, when you are ready to do so. There is no rush. There is no wrong or right time. There is simply the divine timing and the choices in which you are ready to make for yourself. So know that, yes, there will be things that you do need to keep safe, have safekeeping for, but there will also be things that just simply aren't, they don't need to continue into the next path with you. That is actually the pathway towards your desired reality of your highest fulfillment in your emotional capacity to actually experience life to the fullest that you can experience to. Right? And this is a sense of being able to learn the lessons, because a Hierophant on your root chakra is really saying, can you stabilize yourself in the things that you have learned already and continue to learn in this lifetime that will help you navigate your way into enlightenment, into accessing the fact that everything is temporary and everything will pass as it needs to. As I said, your mind is moving through things that don't need to be there, the clutter, the things that just have been attached there too much. And then the physical realm of what you need to also declutter, the things that are maybe in your life that are just taking up way too much space in your experience that don't need to anymore. So can you allow your inner wisdom, can you allow your inner teacher and your inner student to really start to rise up so that you can actually allow yourself to see that there is a path of fulfillment, just like this guy is smiling and there is a ladder towards a higher frequency, I want to say, with this light at the back of it, in the sense that if you can tap into your higher light, if you can tap into your desire to be evolved in the way in which you see things and perceive your experience, the more that you'll be able to make the adjustments, as I said, into becoming the version of you who was ready to receive what has always been on the other side of the change you needed to create within yourself, right? And the more that you can realize that the change you create for yourself has a ripple effect, and every decision you make ultimately will change the way in which your reality is occurring. So why not create your reality in the moments now, in the present, so that you can actually be in the reality in the future that you truly want, and that will actually be what fulfills you. Like I said, really allowing you to experience life to the fullest and really experiencing what it is to be a part of a lifetime where you are doing something that you feel called to do. A lot of people get caught up in thinking they have to follow what it is that society says they have to follow, but truly it is your choice to see if you wish to be a victim to that circumstance, or if you are prepared to really come to a new sense of being and really sense what that is for you and how you can really start to move into that. Okay, so I'm going to start pulling some cards from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle to give you some more support and insight, clarity, just as always, to bring through extra awareness around this message today so it can assist you however it may need to. So let's have a look at what it is that your angels and ancestors would like you to know that can support you along this path and journey, of course, however it may need to. Let's have a look at what it is that this angels and ancestors would like you to know that will assist with this message today. Mm. Okay, so to start off with the oracle cards, we have Spirit Fox. Trust your talents in changing times. What did I say? This is so synchronistic. This is an energy of, like I said, being able to know that you can move with change without resisting it if you are willing to and open enough to allowing the change to occur as it needs to, right? And this is a sense of really being able to know that if you get stuck in certain cycles of habits and patterns, it's only going to make and create more resistance into the pathway that you truly can evolve into, and it is a sense of knowing that every day things change. Every day, yes, the sun will rise and the moon will set, but it's not like the day before. It's not like the day after. Things will always play out differently. Growth is always occurring, but the direction in which growth occurs is really up to your mindset and perspective in the way that you choose to allow it to move through you. And the next card we have is Guardian Angels, and it says, "You are not alone." And that is just a beautiful, supportive message to say that when you maybe do feel the experience of not knowing the pathway forward or not knowing how to take the journey that you may need to take, and that you feel that is time for you to really start walking towards, know that you can call on your support. Know that you can really trust in your ability to tap into the spiritual support in which lies within the other realm on the other side of the veil that maybe you don't have necessarily the clairvoyance ability to see into, but you do have the access if you wish to use your voice and your ability to tune into the frequency of calling in that assistance. That can be done in prayer, that can also be done in simple mantras, it can be done in a way of simply speaking out what it is that you truly desire to have help with. So allow that to assist you as well, so that you can have the guidance you seek in, I feel especially with synchronicity is beautiful when you find confirmation. This could even be a message of confirmation. However that needs to be for you, you'll know by, as I said, using your discernment and your intuition to help you figure this out. And then the last card is see beyond the current situation. So this is a beautiful card to end off this reading. This is truly the aspect of being able to see beyond what is being shown to you at this time. And as I said, yes, this reality in the present moment may not be reflecting what it is that you truly desire and what really brings you emotional fulfillment. But can you truly trust that you can create that in the present moment by taking the foundational steps to be what it is that you want to be, to match the frequency of the reality in which it's already occurring? And this is the way in which you can see beyond the veil, because a lot of the time, as humans in this reality of this matrix, we get caught up in seeing what we see and thinking that's all it is. But when you can see beyond that, when you can see through those illusions, you realize you are the creator of your story. You are the navigator of what it is that you truly want to experience. And the ability to change the perspective in which you have about it, to alter your ability of emotional state, to know how to feel about it. And that's to say that not, necessarily that feelings won't just arise, but you know how to perceive it in a different way. You know that emotions are just flowing through you. They do not stay. They are temporary and they will continue to cycle through. It doesn't mean that you won't feel it again. It just means you learn how to adapt with it. So that is your message today, Divine Soul. As always, I simply hope to be a soul guide in leading those who wish to be open to receiving through my channel and vessel towards the reality in which you truly desire the most, and that will be the most fulfilling for you, and whichever way that is for your endeavors and your creativity, your projects, or whatever it is that you truly just want to exist here doing with your ability of who you are. So I wish you all the best, and in whichever way you choose to take the steps towards this reality, may it be for your highest good, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.